Hammer time.
What time is it?
Hammer time.
All right.
You know this. Artificial intelligence front and center at the box office this weekend.
Yeah.
What's the story with Morgan?
Well, Morgan is the world's first bioengineered child, and she ages at a rapid rate, but things go awry when she starts to get a little violent, so they send in a fixer played by Kate Mara. Before that, though, Morgan has a sit-down chat with Paul Giamatti, and that doesn't always go so well. Take a look.
Hello, Dr. Shapiro.
You know my name?
Yes.
Great. Then we can dive right in. That sound okay?
What would you do if I recommended that you be terminated?
I don't know.
Come on, you don't know?
No.
Off the top of your head, come on!
I don't know.
No right or wrong answer.
I don't
come on.
know.
Come on! Answer me. Show me how you feel.
Vintage Giamatti. Giamatti fits in anywhere.
That's classic Paul Giamatti. And, you know, I don't blame Morgan there. If you got Giamatti up on your grill yelling at you like that, you're going to react accordingly. But this tries to be smart sci-fi, descending into B-movie territory with a lot of cheap thrills. You got a strong ensemble cast here as well. I mean, you saw Paul Giamatti there. Kate Mara is a force in the movie. And Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Morgan, she was great in a movie called The Witch. You also got Toby Jones, Michelle Yeoh, and a lot of recognizable faces. But the script they work with is just far too conventional. And it's very derivative of a far superior sci-fi movie from last year called Ex Machina, right down to the tone, some of the imagery, and the themes. So I just felt like it was trying to mimic that film. And they awkwardly inserted a lot of action. There's a car chase in it. Everybody seems to have gone to the Jason Bourne School of Fighting, so they're martial arts experts. So it becomes a real hodgepodge of genres here.
Is this a first-time director on this project as well?
Yes, it is, yeah. And, you know, you kind of feel that on screen, and you got a lot of predictable twists and that kind of thing. And they are trying to do a blatant franchise build here, which to me just kind of cheapened the whole thing. So it's an intriguing premise for sure, I'll give you that. And a formidable performance from Kate Mara. I mean, a lot of Game of Thrones, a lot of House of Cards fans from the first season love her, and she's great in the film. Unfortunately, it just amounts to sort of cheap popcorn late summer thrills.
How many hammers?
2 out of 5
2 out of
for
5.
Morgan.
Okay. So let's throw in some romance here and talk about The Light Between Oceans.
All right, now this is based on the best-selling novel, and it stars Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander, who now are a real-life couple, so definitely the sparks were flying on set. Now, this is a great story set in the 20s about a couple who run a remote lighthouse off the coast of Australia, and one day a baby washes up on shore in a boat, so they raise the child as their own. Years later, that decision has major repercussions. This is definitely one to grab the Kleenex box for. It's a date movie, and the first half actually plays out like this gothic romance. And the film itself, the production, is utterly gorgeous. I mean, right down to the shot composition, the cinematography, some of it you see here. And forces of nature, Riaz, were like a character in this movie, right down to the waves, the wind, the rocky terrain, the grass you see there, and the close-up shots too. You really get that that palpable emotion as well. So it's a majestic and stunning production. And through most of it, I thought this is a real old-school throwback film, sort of like a David Lean picture.
Looking at the cinematography on this, I get the feel of The Notebook. Does it compare when it comes to romance?
Well, it's getting a lot of criticism for being maybe a little bit too melodramatic. I don't think it ever descends into Nicholas Sparks territory. It's always very dramatic. Maybe towards the end, there are a couple too many story tangents, like they were trying to gather too much of the source material together. But I was able to overlook that because of the power of the acting. It's tremendous here between Vikander, Fassbender, and Rachel Weisz, too, who's excellent in the film. And the sheer look of the film, it was a total throwback for me. And they shot it in Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania, and I just appreciated the location shooting. And I mean, the trio of actors in the movie just carry it so well. So I really enjoyed this one, despite a couple of sappy trappings.
How many hammers?
4 out of 5 for The Light Between Oceans. Great date movie.
How many man tears were shed in the making of this review?
I'd go 3, maybe? Yeah, trickling down.
Special moment. There you have it. Hammers have come and gone.